Welcome to Cartomancy Mesquite. I'm Angela. Today what I thought I would do is show you a couple more spreads. I'm going to well, I'm back again. It looks like today's going to be one of those days. If anything can go wrong, it will. So let's just roll with the punches. Today I wanted to show you a couple new spreads, kind of give you some more information, that you can gather more information from a reading. I thought I would do a Lenormand type spread. Kitty cat, you can't be in the middle of a Lenormand. You're too big. I can't do it around you. No, you got to get down, honey. Come on. It's not the kitty show today. We'll do a kitty show later. Hi, Tabitha. Good to see you. Tabitha, what I'm doing is I'm going to do a Lenormand type spread like a grand tableau and see what that looks like. I haven't done one of these in decades, to be honest with you, so we're going to see how it works. This is kind of an experiment. I haven't tried this in a long time. Yeah, it's one of those days where, everything's going to go wrong, so I'm just rolling with the punches and whatever happens, happens. That's what we're going to do. I think I got a little trickster playing around here today. So we'll see. I'm going to read on myself right now since everything's going upside down. Somebody who thinks a lot of me is drinking and not working. Gee, who could that be? Any one of 1,000 people. I don't think it's all going to fit on the camera, so we'll just have to roll with it. I've got to find another tripod to hold this. Here, let's start over. I have a better tripod that I'm going to try sitting it in front of me where you can look at it as I'm looking at it. Hi, Fatima. Good to see you. Today, what I'm doing is Lenormand type spread. I'm reading on me first since everything seems to be going wrong. Let's see what's causing it. It feels like I've got a trickster spirit in here, so we'll find out. Again, somebody's not working. Not working. I'm going to be successful. Somebody's not working and they're drinking, but I'm going to be successful for some reason with that, whatever it has to do with. I don't have enough space here on the desk to show the whole Lenormand spread, but it's the 8x4, and I'll read it from there. Okay, we got to give a little more. I'm going to rework my desk space and get my other tripod out. I'll put 4 down here. Okay. This is a 36 card spread. It's not the whole deck, but it's pretty good spread. It brings out a lot. I'm going to hear some news and get into minor quarrel because someone is jealous. They're always jealous. It's a older married man. That's going to be my son-in-law. I'm going to be right again. I'm reading across the top first. And he's going to get an unpleasant surprise. That's because I'm right again. He's going to get angry. And then I'm going to have to go to the doctor for some reason. After all that, I'm going to doctors like crazy. Oh, hi, Teresa. I've been spending my time. I've done at least 3 appointments a week for the last month. I'm getting ready for some surgery, so it's been a lot of testing and a lot of running back and forth. So that's what I'm up to right now. So my first row is pretty predictable. So I think I'll go to the 4 corners and see what's surrounding all of this. Okay, I've got some news coming about a doctor's appointment that's close at hand. Somebody's going to try and borrow money. Good luck with that. Borrowing money from me is not going to work for anybody right now. I'm doing I'll do the same Lenormand, knighting the cards, the 3 of clubs, knights to the 10 of clubs, which is news about someone else's car breaking down. It knights to this fair older man, so I'm not sure who that is. But I'll find out pretty quick because it's right in the beginning. I don't see me in this reading, so I'm going to assume this is for the present and future. Hi, Jane. What you doing there? I'm doing a grand tableau on myself right now to kind of give you a flavor of how it works. It's you can read it just like Lenormand, and it'll tell you the minor details and minutiae, what's going on. So far, I found out that I'm going to the doctor soon. What a surprise. I've been going 3 days a week. Even 1 week, 4 times. But I'm getting all my testing done for my surgeries coming up. So I'll go with this. Someone's trying to borrow money. It's going to be a married, fair woman. Good luck. I feel like she needs good luck because she ain't borrowing money from me. And I knight it to the Jack of Spades, which is a dark young man. She might have luck with him. And the doctor's appointment, someone's going to lie about my doctor's appointment, and I already know what that is. I went and had a test done last week, and turned out they did the wrong test. They were supposed to do an ultrasound of my heart. They ended up doing my legs and my arms. I hadn't had one done in a long time, so I had no idea what was going on. I just went in and had the test done. It wasn't painful and didn't cost me anything, so I wasn't worried about it. So now I got to go back and get the right test done. It's really kind of crazy. But right down the middle, I have a man in uniform. There's gossip. He's going to find out about gossip about a fair young man in his 20s and 30s. And I'm going to end up hearing about that, but I don't know that it's going to be affecting me much because all of my grandkids are dark complected. They're half Indian. Then there's an unpleasant surprise that's going to bring me good luck. Someone's going to have an unpleasant surprise that's going to bring me good luck. It's a fair married woman. She's having a legal problem that's brought on by a love affair. So somebody's having a love affair, and I would say divorce because the legal problem's right next to the affair. That's another combination that you need to look at. These two cards together can indicate divorce, legal problems, and affair. There's an accident and an unpleasant surprise that someone's not working. I'm going to give them a gift, and they're going to be angry about it. I'm not going to give them what they want. I'm going to give them what they need. That makes people angry all the time. I just had Schadenfreude of my heart. Oh, I'm sorry, I read that wrong. Echocardiogram. Yes, I had that done too. Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, Jane, I could, because that's one thing about a reading. Well, I'm reading on me. Y'all are here in my space, so it's very easy for my reading to bleed over to you. But yeah, I've had an echocardiogram, an EKG, a CAT scan on my heart, and an MRI, but I need to have a sonogram. That's what they did, the sonogram on the wrong thing. They did a sonogram of my legs and arms instead of my heart. Which, how do you mix that up? I don't know. I've got 3 9s up here. You can't see that because I don't have enough room. I'm going to rearrange this space. And we'll get a better view. I got a new tripod that I think will do it. Oh no, I'm disappointed in someone. Yep, much disappointment. I'm going to be very disappointed in someone else. I don't know who that would be because there aren't people around it. There's a doctor around water surrounding it. I'm going to give them a gift. They're not going to be working. They're going to tell a lie. That's where the disappointment comes in, and that's where I straighten them out. Are you having heart surgery? Oh, no, I'm not having heart surgery, Jane. I have my back is broken and my lower jaw is broken pretty bad in 2 places and a whole lot of little stress fractures in between. So I've got 2 surgeries to do. So you don't go into surgery without knowing the condition of your heart. And I have a rheumatic heart, so I wanted to make sure it was up to the task because the surgeries I'm getting done, they weren't supposed to be major, but they've turned out major. It's not a big deal, Jane. I've been through so many surgeries in my life. When I was 10 years old, my doctor told me that my medical history was my doctorate. And that's when he started giving me his Johns Hopkins Journal of Medicine. And I started reading those when I was 10. So I know a lot about what's going on. No sorries. Wish me luck. And don't say sorry, say good luck. Yeah, Jane, there's a few of us out there. Mine comes from being a truth teller and a family narcissist. They don't like the truth teller. The one who tells the truth, the one who isn't like the rest of them, we get the brunt of it. And this is my second Saturn return. My last Saturn return, I had a whole new rebuild. So right now, I'm just having what I call major renovations. I'm getting major renovations done. I'll be sending the angels and clarity to your surgical team. Thank you, Jane. That'll help a lot. I really appreciate it. I felt a lot of what's going on. The other day when I headed to the doctor, I walked out of the garage and dropped my hibiscus tea on the ground immediately. And I yelled to my team, I need a whole day reset right now. This ain't working right. And I did that. I got in the car, went to Sonic, got a drink. And as soon as I passed through the underpass, an accident happened behind me. I ended up getting out of it because I reset my day and my team was there. Yep, renovations. Getting major renovations. And that's the best thing you can do, in a way, is be ahead of it. Instead of waiting for your body to fall apart, make sure you know where it is. How do things feel? Does something not feel right? Go check it out then. Don't wait until everything is a complete disaster. Yep. So what I've got here is a whole lot of people kind of pitching in. I can see that. I've got a dark boy, which is my grandson. That's another grandson. There's going to be an accident. That's normal. That's grandson. It has me with a love affair here, but I can't imagine that because I'm not into that shit anymore. Honestly, I don't trust anybody that far. I really don't. But the boys are going to have an accident. That would be normal because they're boys. They'll drop something. That's all it's going to end up being. But this can be read just like a Lenormand spread. I can take the close at hand and knight it over to somebody being out of work, and then knight that over to it's around water. That could probably be one of my daughter's friends around the lake house that lives over by the lake house. And that person's going to be angry because they're out of work. And I could go here, the accident is close at hand. It has to do with that person out of work, and that would be normal. That guy drinks way too much. The one that I got in mind. That's what they all say, and bam, in love. Okay, now you're starting to sound like Andrea. Oh, God. Yeah, everybody's always trying to get me matched up. Oh, there you go. You got my reading. Yep, you showed up. There you are, Jane. But I got a little bit of gossip going on about me in here, and that wouldn't be unusual. You know, when somebody around you is having a lot of medical work done, you start to talk about it. I'm sure that my daughter and my son-in-law and the grandkids are talking about it because Grammy does a lot for them. So yeah, they're going to find out what they need to find out, and with the grandkids being right here, my daughter here, and a friend here. Yeah, they're all talking about it, what I'm going through, what I'm doing. They're afraid I'm going a little too far, but no, I know exactly what I'm doing. I've been through this before. So, having done it before, all the cutting's going to be on places that haven't been cut before, so it's not going to cause scar tissue on top of scar tissue, which is one thing that I worry about because it's a thing you should worry about. Okay, I just talked about you. I told a friend you were live and they need to watch. Oh, thank you, Jane. That's really nice. Thank you. That's nice of you. And then I'm going to be in a quarrel about someone's marriage. That I can't imagine. Oh, it's a dark single girl under it. Somebody I think a lot of. If my granddaughter's talking about getting married, we're gonna have an argument. Yeah, that's about right. Because that girl's relationships haven't lasted long enough yet. That's for sure. But this is how you go about it. I'm going to look at, since the doctor is here, I want to look at, he's way over here in the corner. The doctor's appointment is here. I want to look at that pretty closely. Yeah, he is going to lie about it. He's going to tell me a lie of some sort. And I'm going to know it already. I'll know what he's lying about. He's going to get angry that I know he's lying. It's going to be around water. Okay, now I know which doctor. It's the doctor whose office is over around by a lake. Yep. So I got that. I'm always making doctors mad because I tell them what they're doing and what they're not doing right. And I kind of want to look at this accident. I'm going to find out about the accident. It's going to put somebody out of work. And it's an older man. Okay, I know what that is already. That's a man who works with my son-in-law. He's a friend of ours. Okay, just drop the card. It's that accident. That accident already happened. It just happened actually just the other day. So that's going to be the forefront of today. I guess I'll be talking to my daughter and son-in-law. Yeah, Juan doesn't take medical advice either. And then he goes and does whatever the doctor says without talking to anybody. And he's ended up in quite the pickle. Yep. He's going to have to retire because of not following, not talking to anybody else about it. And he's going to be riding over to the angry. So yeah, Juan's going to be angry because he's out of work, but it's because he didn't listen and find out what he needed to know before he started what he was doing. And he had an accident at work, and that kind of contributed. So, see, this easily reads in the Lenormand style. You can read each column, you can read diagonally, you can knight from one to the other, but you still read the cards as the usual meanings. You use the usual meanings, and that's how you come up with the reading. Like I'll take this one. Okay. Got someone jealous. Someone's car is going to break down at the same time. That's going to be a good day. There's three people here. They're going to be jealous. It's a dark boy, a divorced woman, and a married woman. So there's something going on between these three. And somebody's going to be jealous. I think I know who one of those women is, and she would be jealous about what my daughter is doing for my grandsons because she doesn't do that for her sons, but she thinks what they actually get to do is really neat, but she ain't willing to do it for her kids. She thinks my daughter ought to do it for her kids. That's not the way it works. If you're a mother, you've got to do for your kids. Okay, now this love affair for me. Look at this. Here's the love affair. Unpleasant surprise. Somebody's not going to like it, and it's around water. See, it just causes problems. Yep. That screwing around just causes problems. I don't bother anymore. But there's a whole lot of stories in here. You could get a dozen stories easily, a dozen instances of what's going to happen just out of the grand tableau. And you need to, and it's really good if you want to record your reading or if you want to remember your reading, you might want to write down each of these tangents of each go off on. Like if you read your four corners, write down your four corners. What's that incident? Because each of these can be a separate incident. You can't tell if they're separate or a combination of them are an incident until you write them all down and watch it kind of play out. Then you can follow along as to where things are going to go. Like this accident is diagonal to a married man, a fair married man, and I'm going to get a call about it. So somebody's going to call me about an accident. That wouldn't be unusual either because I tell people how to fix it. So each of these could lead to another story, or they could be an incident in themselves. So if you just do a general Lenormand spread, you can get a lot more out of it. You could even possibly get more out of it than just flat reading the whole deck like I showed you the last time. It can work that way. And then I looked up another spread. I've got a book that I like for spreads. This Power Tarot. It's a book that I like because it has like 100 spreads in the back. So I'll do one of those and show it to you. And I kind of like the title of this one, What's Going On Spread. And after this, I'll do a couple readings if y'all need one reading. So put in your questions if you want a reading. And when I get done this, I'll start doing readings for y'all. Like I said, it's no fun just reading my own cards all the time. Oh, hello, Catherine. You missed quite a bit. You might want to go back later. Okay, I'm showing everybody a new spread. It's just one I pulled out of a book. It's the What's Going On spread. I've never done this one before, but that never changes things. You know, a new spread is just a new spread. Okay, now I'm dropping cards again. What's going on today? I dropped the accident card, and now I dropped the someone I think a lot of card. Okay, that would be Glenn next door. I've got a good next door neighbor. Him and I help each other out a lot. And he loves my spaghetti. So I do spaghetti dinner for him once a week. He's got a crazy bird named Milo that loves spaghetti. When I walk into his house, his parrot starts saying, let's see, what does Milo say? Oh, he yells, good. Good, good, good. Okay, Andrea, tell me again. No, we're just friends. We've been friends for years. I've lived next to him for 15 years. Yep. We're just there for each other when we need each other. He's had a lot of health problems too. So we kind of look after each other. And there's a minor quarrel. Oh, good. I like that. Yet the regular cards, what they do is they tell you more. It's not kind of like it's more nuts and bolts, is what I call it. It'll tell you exactly, as opposed to the tarot tells you the way things feel or the mood of things. But this tells you exactly what's going on. And that's why I picked out this what's going on spread. I'm going to read on myself and then I'll read on you guys. Put your questions in and I'll read for y'all after I get done this. I just wanted to show you the spread. Now, the immediate influence here is somebody wants to fight. I'm going to be successful, and they're an enemy. So, an enemy wants to fight me, but I'm going to be successful. I'm not that worried about that. So, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is 10. What's going on in my life in the next couple of months? Oh, I like that, Jane. Yeah, good question. Okay, for me, I'm going to be sick out of town. Well, I've been going out of town for doctors over and over, so that's no surprise. That's what's going on now. Okay, 2 upcoming events that influence the outcome. One is a pleasant surprise here. That's the 6 of diamonds is a pleasant surprise. And then I'm going to get a gift. Well, I got a gift last night from my friend Tabitha. She sent me some jam. Where the issue is headed, someone's going to give me a call. Someone's going to call me and let me know where things are going. Okay, the 6 and 7 are what can you expect based on the patterns of the present moment? There's somebody that I've been separated from that I won't see for an additional years apart. And then I have a kiss coming. All right, Jane, start the love talk again. How can you change it if you don't like it? Well, it has to do with two men, two fair haired men. Dating? I don't know. But with my current circumstances, I'd say it's probably more likely doctors. Shave your legs? I don't have to, Jane. I have little teeny tiny baby fuzzy white hairs on my legs, so I don't have to worry about that. I was a white-headed kid when I was little, and it never really became anything. My aunt used to cuss me because of my legs, because I don't have to shave them. It don't show up. And whatever's going on is going to happen at somebody else's home. I got the 10 of hearts in reverse. That's someone else's home. So where it's all going to end up, the overall outcome is I'm going to be at somebody else's house when all this discussion goes on. But it's kind of the normal fare. It's about what I've got going on right now, which is my major renovations, going from doctor to doctor and getting tests done. That's what's going to be the discussion. It'll probably be at my daughter's house or at Glenn's. Glenn and I will talk about it. And that is a what's going on spread. Okay, let's do this for Jane and see. What's going on in Jane's life in a couple of months? Okay, Jane, someone's got a little legal problem they're going to come to you with. You're going to argue about it. And it's about your love affair. Who are you in love with? Yep, Jane. It's got you having a love affair. That's your immediate influence. That doesn't always mean men or women, though. That could mean a love affair with something like art you used to do that you pick up again. Can be that simple. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me see if I can get this. Well, I can't get it over any farther. That's as far down as I can get it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Immediately, the immediate what's going on is that there's a married man, medium complected married man. He's drinking. The two upcoming events are you're going to the hospital, or this young man sitting right next to it could be going to the hospital. I'd say more likely he's going to the hospital. It's a medium to dark complected young man in his 20s and 30s. You're not falling back in love with painting again, like my daughter. She's falling in love with painting again. That's what an affair can be. But somebody's going to be angry about this young man going to the hospital. I don't know what's going on there, but you probably do. Now, what can you expect based on the patterns? This is 6 and 7. Yes. What can you expect? Okay. You and your husband are going to be at home. Yep. You're going to be sitting at home where all this happens. There's going to be a death and someone's going to be unhappy about it. Well, that's normal about a death. This isn't a death of the person. It's a death of something else. It's a death of a job, death of a relationship. It can be as simple as death of your coffee pot. It's like, oh, that's the worst morning ever is when your coffee pot dies on you. Because there's nothing around this that says anybody's going to die. Nope. But it's going to be the outcome is an unpleasant surprise. So I'm leaning on death of the coffee pot. You don't have a lot going on, Jane, according to this reading in the next couple of months. It's going to be pretty much business as usual with the usual little aches and pains of every day. You know, you didn't get your coffee or your coffee wasn't right. Or your coffee pot's going to die. Something simple like that. What I'm going to do here, though, is I'm going to do you a full spread because you're looking for a bigger question here. This was just a reading that I was playing with. And I did this to encourage you to, when you're reading the cards this way, is try other spreads. You may find other spreads that you really like just by trying them out. You can try out any spread. You can make up your own spreads as you go along. The cards are very versatile that way. You've got 52 of them there, so there are plenty of ways you can use 52 cards. Okay, Jane, what's going on for the next couple of months? You're going to have a minor quarrel, but you're going to get your wish. It's going to be in your home. There's a minor quarrel in your home. You're going to get your wish. So don't worry about the quarrel. It'll go away. It'll be done and over with in a minute. Oh, thank you, Fatima. So I'll just do a regular reading that'll give you a little more of what you need to know there, Jane. Yeah, I love reading cards for people. It's my fun. Oh, thank you for stopping by, Fatima. It was good to see you. Okay, first we have a doctor's appointment. They're going to talk about surgery, but I don't know if it'll lead to surgery. It's a darker, older man. and there's going to be a dark girl working with him, then they'll send you a letter about it, which I find totally fatiguing these days, is they always send you a letter about your doctor's appointment. They may talk about surgery, but you got to figure out what you want to do. The letter's going to make you angry with another dark unmarried man. He's jealous. Probably you. I'm gonna assume that this Queen of Hearts is you. This married Queen of Hearts. She's medium complected, married woman. Shows you're going to be out of work, and a widow is coming to visit when you aren't working. Not that you're going to be out of the job, it's that when you aren't working, a widow is going to come and visit, and it's going to be in your home, and you're going to be successful with whatever you two are working on. So that looks good. You and another woman are going to be working on a project of some sort. And you're going to be successful with it. Okay, let's do the month spread. Okay, this is your full year. Probably not going to take a full year for all of this to work out, but it'll tell you the months ahead anyway. You got a lot of women around you. You got two dark men, which could also be a man in uniform. Oh, two dark men, they're jealous and angry. This is a dark married man. Could be your husband, I don't know. But there's a unmarried dark older man, and one of them's going to be jealous and angry. And then there's a married woman, a girl, and you not working, so you're going to be visiting a lot with some other women. And you're going to get a letter. You're going to be successful with it. And then your doctor's appointment is a ways off. Your doctor's appointment is still tied to surgery. You're going to discuss it at home. But I don't see you going to surgery because I don't see anything else around it. There's no indicator cards that say, that you're going to be traveling. This has it happening in your home. So the discussion is going to be in your home. This is where you're going to discuss your surgery. So you're in your home. There's the surgery. And there's your doctor appointment. You're going to go to a doctor appointment. At home, you're going to be discussing surgery, but there's no card to indicate you're going to get surgery. And that's a walls off, so you don't have to worry about it tomorrow. It's at least months away. So that's what you've got coming up, Jane. Nothing earth-shattering, but a couple comforting things. It would be a valve replacement. I don't think I'm going to do it. Yeah, when I was 19, I was supposed to have a valve replacement. But I told my doctor, I said, that's absolutely ludicrous. My real problem is stress. You're welcome, Jane. And I didn't get that valve surgery. And my valve is still working just fine right now. The only problem with that valve is it makes a little noise. That's about it. If that's all it's going to do, if it's not hindering the blood flow, I don't see any reason in replacing it. If it's not causing a problem, why replace it just because it's noisy? That's just my way of thinking. Just because the doctor gets a little rattled when he listens to it, there's no reason to replace a valve. Okay, Catherine. Just think of a question, whatever you want to ask a question about. It's leaking, but it still works, and I wouldn't worry about it. Yep, wouldn't worry about it. If it's not making a difference in your day-to-day life, don't worry about it. That's my view on it because I don't believe in doing surgery for fun. You know, I'm not a doctor's practice kit. They can find other people to practice on. Catherine, do you have a question? If you don't, I can just do a general reading on you. Would you like a general read? All right, here we go. I'm going to do a general read for you. When I get to feeling better, I'm going to start doing the show where I just do readings on everybody. But basically, I want to teach at least a few of you to read playing cards because reading by yourself isn't all that much fun. I'd like to have a couple of people to read cards with, to read the playing cards with. Because when two of you do a reading on yourself, you get a bigger blend and a bigger picture and a more detailed picture. Okay, you've got money from a dark boy, older boy, he's like 20s, 30s. But you're going to be jealous. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but we'll figure that out. Maybe jealous that he has the money to give. I don't know. Yep, you need to get a deck. Okay, first I got you very disappointed right up here at the front of your reading. You're very disappointed in a very young boy. There's a question around him that you can't seem to figure out, but you're very disappointed in this young boy. You're going to be mulling this question over at home, but you're going to have company. There's going to be a dark boy there. Maybe he can shed some light on it. And he's going to a party at somebody else's house. So you'll have to talk about that. And then at that party, there's going to be a death of something. But there's some luck around that. And it's close at hand. But you're going to be jealous about something to do with that party. And I don't know what that would be. It could be something very minor that you go, wish I had been there. It's not that big a deal. But there's nothing around. The death is going to be like I said before. Your coffee pot's going to die. Somebody might drop a beer, and that's the end of that. Something stupid is going to die. Something stupid and little. So don't worry about it all that much. Now we'll get the timing part of the reading. You don't have anything drastic or surprising in here. Okay. Yeah, the death is going to be a while. It's going to be at a party. And that death is going to happen at the party. So if it's a kegger, the tap will break, that kind of thing. And the reason I'm talking about a kegger is that there's younger men there. You're going to get your wish about somebody you haven't seen in years. That person's going to bring you luck. You're going to have questions about them, but of course you would. You haven't seen them in years. So you're going to get your wish, and it's going to bring you luck. Now I need to see what those 3 jacks are about. 3 jacks, jury duty. Oops. Sorry. Yep. You're going to be in the company of 3 men, 3 young men, a dark boy, a fair boy, and someone that's going to bring you luck. So you got boys around you. They're going to be in your home. You're going to be jealous, but somebody's going to be angry. It's a petty jealousy. It has nothing really. It's kind of like an annoying jealousy. You're like, I like that lady's bag. I wish I had that. It's just something stupid. And then the death is going to be close at hand at the party. It's going to happen at the party. Whatever dies, coffee pot, beer, tap, whatever, something's going to die at a party. It's going to be right at the party and during the party. But that's a ways off. It's not real soon. And that's what I've got for you, Catherine. It looks like you've got some fun. I mean, you got people around you. It's going to be in your home. You're getting your wish, and someone's bringing you luck. So if they suggest buying a lotto ticket, go buy a lotto ticket. It'll be lucky. But look and see what somebody suggests. Thank you, Jane. That tickled me. Does anybody else need a reading? You're welcome, Catherine. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, actually. It was kind of fun. Seems like you have a little bit of fun coming up. That's my general view of this whole reading, was that it's going to be a bit of fun. Yep. Well, we're right at an hour. Does anybody else want a reading, or should I just call it a day? Right here is where you get the instructions, because I'm the only one that I know that knows how to do this. That's why I'm teaching it, because I want other people to know how to do it so we can do it together. Because it's a lot of fun for me when I can get a couple people together and read cards, between us. And I'd really enjoy that. But I don't know anybody else who uses this method. You can get other methods, but they're so different from this. You know, they don't give you the fine details of what's going on in your life. They tell you, oh, you're going to get lucky. Well, they don't tell you when you're going to get lucky, how you're going to get lucky, or where you're going to get lucky. That's where this starts at. Thank you, Jane. That's a really good place to start. Yep, you watch the instructions on reading playing cards, and that'll get you started. And I'm going to do this for a while until I get a few people I can sit and read with. And then we'll meet on StreamYard and we'll read cards with each other. That's my goal here. That's my goal here. Is to get a bunch of friends where we can sit and read cards. That's what I used to do at my kitchen table, was read cards. And I'm going to start that again. But not everybody lives in Dallas, so I need some friends that read cards. Thank you, Jane. Well, I guess I'll call it a day. It's been fun. Yep, you're certainly welcome, Catherine. I enjoy all of you. I really do. You make it a lot of fun, and that's why I keep coming back. Yep. And I'll keep doing it as long as you keep showing up. We'll be reading cards. Thank you, everybody. Do all the YouTubey things, and remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm starting to remember that stuff. Yes, have a great day, everybody, and thank you. Bye bye.